Hello, 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 my beautiful ones, my wise ones, my melanated ones. Today is Friday, January 17th, 2025, and my name is Wisdom Reborn. Now, it's a little late in the evening. It is a little late in the evening. And tonight, I actually do want to apologize. My intent was to be on here do this video a long time ago. However, I had if you've heard me talk, then you know that I have been diagnosed with a illness called fibromyalgia. And my fibromyalgia, along with DNA, um, has caused me to have several different kinds of arthritis, and I had to go in today and get a little small procedure done on my knee. In and out, I got some gel injected in my knee, and my knee feels good. But whenever anything foreign goes into my body, it just almost depletes me of energy. So every time I get that done, and I get it done once or twice a year, depending on how I'm feeling. Oh, my bad. But I got it done today, and every time I get it done, it makes me like almost exhausted. So I went to the doctor, and stopped at the grocery store and did a little bit of running around. And when I finally got home, I made me a little bite to eat, and before I knew it, I was knocked out, and that was earlier today. So but I'm well. I am well, and I am very, very thankful that I am well. I am thankful that things are working out as they should right now. I'm also thankful that I found out that there is some very natural things that I can be doing instead of getting those injections. So that is my next thing. I'm gonna try a comfrey rub with comfrey leaves, and hit them up with grind them down and smash them down and make a anyways, I'm gonna try something holistic next time, but the pain that I've been in these last few days, I just couldn't take it, y'all. I couldn't take it. I could barely walk. And today I found myself skipping around the grocery store. Blessings to the Most High. I did have something on my mind, though. This is something that I wanted to speak about real quickly. And that is hold on a second, please. All right, I'm back. Thank you so much for holding for me. I had to get up and shut my door because I went to sleep earlier. I didn't even cook, and I woke up, my stomach was growling, so I had to, fix me a little bite to eat. And I don't like to cook with no windows and doors open, so I opened up the balcony door so that I could have some fresh air circulating in here, so it would not be smelling like food. But what I wanted to touch bases on today is, isn't it crazy that people have to make a statement that you're too nice? What is being too nice? That is the most, it's almost, what is it called? An oxymoron? I'm not certain. It just doesn't make sense that people can be considered too nice. But it happens, and it happens frequently. And in some of our lives, it has happened all of our life. And we just give and give and pour out and pour into others and pour into others. And we don't necessarily take the time to pour into ourselves. So in this 2025, I know I've spoken about it several times, and I'm encouraging others to take some time to pour into you. Take some time to say no. Learn to say the word no. And when you say the word no, don't feel guilty about it. Because that's the thing, we say no, we say we're not going to do something, and then when we say we don't do it, we kind of feel guilty about it. Well, maybe he really needed me to do this, or she really needed me to do that, or I wonder how they're going to work it out. And that's not your business. That's not my business. How they work it out is how they work it out. Piss poor planning on your on your part does not make an emergency on anyone else's. And whether it's planning or whether it's just, anything, we have got, especially as the divine feminine, we have got to stop apologizing all the time. We apologize way too much. We and we have got to stand on what we say. We cannot continue to allow people to be energy vampires or just suck the life out of us. And sometimes that's what happens. And when we're moving fast and always doing something and not slowing down, sometimes it's just like second nature to go ahead and do something. Well, I'm already out, let me just go ahead. She asked me to do it, let me just go ahead and do it since I'm already out. No. Learn to say no. Learn to protect your peace and your energy. Your energy is so valuable that people will siphon it from you. Learn to say no and mean no. Learn to say no and not feel guilty about saying no. Because I guarantee you, the people that tell you no don't feel guilty about it. And it's sometimes when you are a giver, a caring person, you don't want people to miss out on things. You don't want people to, you just want everything to go smoothly in other people's lives. And in trying to make things smooth in someone else's life, it makes it bumpy in yours. And you don't deserve that. You do not deserve that. As a loving, caring, giving person, you deserve to be loved and cared for also. But we can't expect somebody to do something for us that we are not willing to do for ourselves. So if you don't love and care for you, guess what? Other people won't either. They won't either. They won't even consider it. They'll just think, oh, she don't mind. Oh, she always do that. Oh, it's okay. She'll do it. Call her. She'll fix it. Call her. You need, I cater from time to time. I used to do it a lot. Now with the fibromyalgia and the arthritis that I've been battling with, I don't do it as much as I used to. But people would call me and say, I'm having an event. And, if it's a nonprofit, sometimes I would just say, oh, don't worry about it. It's a nonprofit. I'll go ahead and I'll do it. And just to sow into your vision. But when we sow into somebody else's vision, it's taken away from our own. It's okay. Now, I'm not saying don't give. I'm not saying don't give. Please continue to give. But use your discernment. Understand that you can give and give and give, but sometimes you're giving on fallow ground. And fallow ground won't give you a return. And you can tell the type of ground that you're sowing into based upon the return that you get, based upon the attention that the ground that you sowed upon gets. I just want us to, as we continue to grow spiritually, I don't want us to deplete ourselves based upon giving to someone else. When you fly on an airplane, they say, put your air mask on first before you try to help anyone else. You have to save yourself. Make sure that you're okay before you try to help someone else. Because if you're drowning in any situation, make sure that you can breathe. Make sure that your head is above water. Make sure that you're not going to trying to save someone that's going to pull you down with them. And that's a message for somebody. For somebody. Make sure that what you're doing has you covered. Because if you don't cover you, you can't expect anybody else to cover you. It just doesn't happen like that. When you're giving and kind by nature, that's a hard lesson to learn. That's a very hard lesson to learn. That you give and you pour into others, and you never get it reciprocated. My daddy used to tell me, anything one-sided is a monster. Everything has two sides. Everything has good and bad. Everything has light and dark. And I never understood that as a kid, because he would drop some serious knowledge to me, and I would be like, wow, what is he talking about? Where is this coming from? But as I'm getting older, I understand a lot of the things that he was telling me. Just these little phrases pop into my mind, always at the perfect time. Always at the perfect time. So as we are growing in this spiritual journey that we're on, because we all should be trying to be the better version of us, and some people don't want to. I don't feel like those people even watch me though. So the people that watch me have a desire to do better, have a desire to want to know how to maneuver in this world, through the hurt, through the pain, through the actions that we have been subjected to. We want to recover, and it's all about recovering and getting to a better place. You don't want to just recover. You want to recover and get to a better place. So as we're doing that, just remember, if you fill up a bucket, if you putting water in a bucket and it's got a hole in it, the bucket's never going to get full. It's never going to fill up. No matter how much water you put into it, it's never going to fill up. It's going to always run out. It's going to always be never going to get full. Don't keep pouring into buckets with holes. You know you. You know what you need. You know what you're capable of. You know what your dreams are. You know what you want to do. You know what your intentions are for you. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That's usually your intent, or it's an intent that someone has for someone else. And that intention can be a seriously misleading way of thinking of things. But you know what you want for you. You know what your dreams are. Pour into your dreams. Make sure you're evolving. Make sure your metamorphosis, you're changing from the old you to the new you. Make sure that it's beneficial for you. And take some time to think. Use your discernment. I often say that I meditate. Take a few minutes to meditate. Calming your mind, stilling your mind is one of the hardest things to do. But once you begin to do it, you understand that it's not as hard as you thought it was. Block out all of the distractions around you. Focus on you some. Pour into you. Make sure that you and your dreams are coming true before you try to make someone else's dreams come true. Yeah, that's it. So on this Good Friday, January 17th, 2025, that's just a few words from Wisdom Reborn for my beautiful ones, my wise ones, and my melanated ones. But it is especially for those closest to my heart, and those are my beautiful, wise, and melanated ones. I love you. The Most High loves you. The journey is constant. You got to constantly be moving forward. You got to constantly be doing something. So as we're doing it, let's do it right. Let's make sure we're doing it right. And let's start with us. Let's start with us. Blessings, blessings, and more blessings.